welcome, cats and chicks, to Offbeat Cinema. We have a spooky movie for you tonight, but we're not in the Hungry Air Coffee House.
Bert, I don't mean to get all existentialist on you or anything, but like, where are we?
Well, we're in an American home on an American street lined with trees and has those orange and yellow leaves falling to the ground. And oh, look, there's a golden moon hanging from the sky.
Well, yeah, this is my favorite season as well, but like, who lives here?
I don't know. But there was a welcome mat out front and it said, make yourself at home. So I did. And I even invited some friends over. And we got a spooky movie.
Well, that I can dig. But Bird, what if the people who live here decide to come home tonight?
I got it. We have lots of candy to give out for everybody.
Oh, well, okay. And cats, just like in the fine tradition of Offbeat Cinema, have we got a spooky movie for you tonight. Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, Night of the Living Dead. That is the very first flick ever shown on Offbeat Cinema 22 years ago, cats. It just does not seem that long ago. Seems a whole lot more like 21.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is still as terrifying as ever.
And I can dig that, cat. And the movie Night of the Living Dead, it still lives up to its hype. Remember, cats, though, while you're watching it, it's only a movie.
Oh, right you are, Zelda.
It's only a movie.
Only a movie. Just keep saying that because we got lots going on tonight. We got friends, we got coffee and popcorn and mail.
And from 1968, the horror master himself, George Romero.
Night of the Living Dead.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, I don't know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Test. We're back on? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boys, you'll be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh! No! No! Johnny! Help me!
Cue it up.
How do you cue it up? No matter how you cue it up, do it up with Mighty Taco's new grilled pressed quesadilla-style burrito. Say cheese, as the Mighty Q is a vegetarian option. Or go with big fajita-style chicken or steak. The Mighty Q is perfect for dipping, so add your favorite nacho cheese, sour cream, guacamole, or salsa. The Mighty Q is here and only at
Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Hurley.
So stop in and say hi.
Poster art. New, old, and rare posters. Art postcards, custom framing, and more. 1055 Elmwood Avenue. Looking for a certain poster? Call us or go to posterartusa.com.
I'm Tori Spelling. As a wife, mother, actress, it is tough finding balance, but I did find clarity with Psychic Source. A reading from one of their advisors gives me an unbiased perspective on everything. With hundreds of carefully screened advisors, you choose the one that's right for you.
My hope is that when we hang up, that you'll have a peace and an understanding that you didn't have before.
Call now for your special introductory rate of 75 cents per minute by phone or chat. The best psychics are waiting to help you find answers and insights 24/7. And if you're not completely satisfied, your reading is free.
Why not empower yourself with the possibilities in your life?
Call 1-800-574-6281 now. That's 1-800-574-6281 for your special rate of 75 cents per minute. Psychic Source, life's possibilities revealed. Call 1-800-574-6281 now for your special rate of 75 cents per minute.
You know, if you've been watching our show for 22 years, Cats and Chicks, and I bet there are some people that have, you've also been listening to some of the coolest music ever made. And we got the guy that made it. Ladies and gentlemen, David Kane. David Kane's Them Jazz Beats.
And the people who live here would probably be delighted to have you in their house. David Kane in the house. So talk to us about doing this show for 23 years. What's that been like?
That long, huh? Wow.
I know, it seems like 22, doesn't it?
Yeah, first off, that's unbelievable. Because, you know, where these years go, I don't know. But yeah, I've just always been very happy to be a part of this venture, part of this mess.
And a mess it is.
And you know what,
It
David?
speaks to me.
A lot of people always ask us. They find us on Facebook and Twitter, and they want to know who's playing the cool music. Do you have a place to send people, or?
You know, these days it seems Sportsman's is kind of the place to go. That's where Jazzbeards shows up these days.
Mm-hmm. Does Jazzbeards live on the internet somewhere?
Yeah, we're all over the place.
And on the website they could find you?
Yes, they could. Yes, they could.
David
Actually,
Kane?
David Kane. And,
there you
you'll
go,
get
David Kane. Google David Kane, and that's with a K.
But you know, I don't mean to diss any of the other places that are doing also, you know, all sorts of great stuff musically. Buffalo seems to be very, very alive.
It's a happening
musically
town
these days. You know, I mentioned Sportsman's. That seems to be my outlet for Jazzbeards and, you know, the great diversity of the music they have there. You know, often 3 bands a day, but, you know, towards downtown and hipster neighborhood, there's a lot of great stuff happening.
So would you say, I mean, I'm of the mind that Buffalo is indeed a music town. Would you call us a music town?
I would call it a music town. I would call it an arts town.
It's certainly an arts town, and we've got plenty to prove. Just look at the years of Offbeat Cinema, all the people we've had on our show, known and not so well known, but all equally talented. Now, I gotta know, like, you know, them Jazzbeards, it just kind of started out as almost a bit of a lark, but turned into something much more than that. I mean, where did the kernel of inspiration come from?
The kernel of inspiration came from the fact that I wanted to have a band that could play if the power went out.
Oh, deep.
So it's
Very
kind
cool.
of based on, you know, piano, could be upright bass, drums, sax, violin.
Wow, the power.
And that was my concept because I've been involved in the world of electronic music forever, and I love that, but it requires electricity, and I
so-
just wanted to have something.
Like for the apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Hey,
ready.
wow.
That's deep.
Now you're really going deep,
Brilliant.
Zelda. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, cats and chicks, every time we break, you hear music for the apocalypse. Back to the flick. Thank you, Maestro.
My pleasure.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key? I suppose you've tried this. Do you live here? Jesus. We've got to get out of here. We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
What's happening?
What do you think is happening?
What's happening?
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I
Look, I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
No, we're in here now.
Don't look at it.
Get some more lights on in this house. Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up. Oh, God damn! Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay? That's not that strong. Here, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long before those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I had jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road with, it must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Could still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there, staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
shoot. We're from town.
A
radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
How long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl's screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help?
Well, if there were more...
The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1 million windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. I figure maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in this cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
it up. How do you cue it up? No matter how you cue it up, do it up with Mighty Taco's new grill-pressed quesadilla-style burrito. Say cheese, as the Mighty Q is a vegetarian option. Or go with big fajita-style chicken or steak. The Mighty Q is perfect for dipping, so add your favorite nacho cheese, sour cream, guacamole, or salsa. The Mighty Q is here and only at
Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Pearl.
So stop in and say hi.
Attention women, recent reports have linked the use of talcum powder with an increased risk of ovarian cancer. Studies have shown that talc particles can travel up the reproductive system and attach to the ovaries, which could cause ovarian cancer. Talc is a mineral that, when used as a powder, absorbs moisture and minimizes friction. Many women have used talc in the forms of shower-to-shower or other body powders. If you or a loved one have used talcum powder and were diagnosed with ovarian cancer, you may be entitled to financial compensation and medical expenses. Call the Rely On Group right now to be connected with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. There is no risk on your part, and you don't owe us a penny unless we are successful. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call the Rely On Group at 800-906-0352. That's 800-906-0352.
We gotta fix these boards.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. Their old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
This radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me.
Okay.
Okay, open up.
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
She's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Newsman Don Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look!
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation that
proved.
we have at this time.
We're hoping to get some further explanation of this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get care in there, we could get help for her.
Romero is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. And Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic problem of patients?
Look, you go down there and tell... Now, Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
Cue it up. How do you cue it up? No matter how you cue it up, do it up with Mighty Taco's new grilled pressed quesadilla-style burrito. Say cheese, as the Mighty Q is a vegetarian option. Or go with big fajita-style chicken or steak. The Mighty Q is perfect for dipping, so add your favorite nacho cheese, sour cream, guacamole, or salsa. The Mighty Q is here and only at...
Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not-so-normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Hurdle.
So stop in and say hi.
Poster art. New, old, and rare posters. Art postcards, custom framing, and more.
1055 Elmwood Avenue. Looking for a certain poster? Call us or go to posterartusa.com.
I'm Tori Spelling. As a wife, mother, actress, it is tough finding balance, but I did find clarity with Psychic Source. A reading from one of their advisors gives me an unbiased perspective on everything. With hundreds of carefully screened advisors, you choose the one that's right for you.
My hope is that when we hang up, that you'll have a peace and an understanding that you didn't have before.
Call now for your special introductory rate of 75 cents per minute by phone or chat. The best psychics are waiting to help you find answers and insights 24/7. And if you're not completely satisfied, your reading is free.
Why not empower yourself with the possibilities in your life?
Call 1-800-574-6281 now. That's 1-800-574-6281 for your special rate of 75 cents per minute. Psychic Source. Life's possibilities revealed. Call 1-800-574-6281 now for your special rate of 75 cents per minute.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah. our cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, if you're coming, come on. Get in.
This key won't work.
Watch it. Watch the torch.
We gotta get away from the pump. Hang on.
Tom, find your courage to get out of the trap.
Let's get out of here. Come on, come on.
My jacket's gone.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Well, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Good Lord.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul. Inclined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down.
Cue it up. How do you cue it up? No matter how you cue it up, do it up with Mighty Taco's new grilled pressed quesadilla style burrito. Say cheese, as the Mighty Q is a vegetarian option. Or go with big fajita style chicken or steak. The Mighty Q is perfect for dipping, so add your favorite nacho cheese, sour cream, guacamole, or salsa. The Mighty Q is here and only at
Mighty Taco.
What is Terrapin Station? Well, it's for the living and the dead. It's a unique boutique for the normal and the not so normal. Terrapin Station, Buffalo's most exciting specialty shop, offers you candles, imported clothing, jewelry, books, posters, music, and more. So stop in and say hi at Terrapin Station, 1172 Hurdle.
So stop in and say hi.
Attention women. Recent reports have linked the use of talcum powder with an increased risk of ovarian cancer. Studies have shown that talc particles can travel up the reproductive system and attach to the ovaries, which could cause ovarian cancer. Talc is a mineral that, when used as a powder, absorbs moisture and minimizes friction. Many women have used talc in the forms of shower to shower or other body powders. If you or a loved one have used talcum powder and were diagnosed with ovarian cancer, you may be entitled to financial compensation and medical expenses. Call the Rely On Group right now to be connected with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. There is no risk on your part, and you don't owe us a penny unless we are successful. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim. If you or a loved one were diagnosed with ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call the Rely On Group at 800-906-0352. That's 800-906-0352.
Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. You still here, Bill?
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours, and we'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, I'm check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve. Tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
Down there by the barn. Some of these guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cal.
He's a dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
Nothing down here.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house, man.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Send the wagon through directly ahead. Over.
Keep those dogs back off of those things.
Go more quickly. Please. Let's go, Master! That's the way!
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here.
People in the back, way in the back.
Oh, man. You know, I could watch that flick 100 more times and it'll still be just like the first time. That is one serious spooky movie. Man, like, Zelda, like, aren't you stoked by Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, yeah, Bert, of course I am. That's one of my faves. But you know, I was thinking, you never see any chubby zombies. I mean, like big, roly-poly, big plus sizes. Why do you think that is?
Zelda, are you thinking about going on a diet again?
No, I just want to be with the new trend, you know, zombie chic.
Ooh, zombie chic. Well, you heard it here first, cats and chicks. And you'll see a lot of things on Offbeat Cinema that you won't see anywhere else. You're gonna see the good, the bad, and the foreign, because we show the movies that must be shown.
And remember, cats, if you are within the sound of our voice, keep watching the skies.
At the Cobweb Hotel. You find that the service is swell. Now you needn't be shy. I won't harm the fly. Spend the night at the Cobweb Hotel. come into my parlor, please do. In a while, all your cares will be through. There'll be no rent to pay, 'cause you'll be here to stay. Spend the night at the Cobweb Hotel. Customers. The register. You'll be very pleased. Newlyweds. Thank you. Now make yourselves at home while I prepare your room. I'll be right back. Come into my parlor, please do. Here is your sweet.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.